again, we can't wait to go through this with you. All right, welcome to our Aromatics International event. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Karen.
We have some great blends planned for you. We're going to do some live blending. We're going to do some live giveaways. So if you're here, you are eligible for these giveaways. We plan to be here for about an hour. We're going to hang out and we will tell you some stories. We're going to make some blends. We're going to do some giveaways.
Fun stuff.
Fun stuff. I know.
Lots of fun stuff.
Lots of fun stuff. So again, let us know where you're tuning in from, and we would love to know we've got our show notes here, our snotes as we call them.
Our snotes?
We've got our snotes.
What are we doing?
And we have an hour prepared for you. So we have 3 pages of snotes, and we're very excited. So we want to just remember that this is the time of year to reflect on just joy and what we're thankful for. So we wanted to ask you in the comments, what is one thing that you're particularly grateful for this holiday season? As we're headed into Thanksgiving here in the U.S., which is tomorrow. I can't believe it.
So one of the things that you're most grateful for this holiday season.
You are most grateful for this holiday season.
I'm grateful for Jenny. Jenny's my daughter.
I'm grateful for Karen. Karen is my mom, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful for every single family member. I'm particularly grateful for my niece and nephew, Roscoe and Maddie. It just is so much fun to have holidays when you have kids around. It just is so much more fun to bring the magic of holidays alive.
Yes. Well, we've got people from all over. I'm so excited to see this.
I love it.
And Honolulu. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Leona, I would love to be there right now.
I know. Karen is.
Charlie's thankful for living in Montana.
There you go.
Exactly. Us too.
We are too.
We're so who? Peggy, grateful beyond life. For my husband, the most wonderful husband. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
That is lovely.
Family. I see a lot of family, being surrounded by family and friends. Family. Yes. Whoa, your preemie granddaughter turned 1 this year. How exciting is that?
That is so very exciting. Well, we join you in being just grateful for all of the things that bring us joy in life, and it's just such a nice time to reflect on those things.
See reflections on health and how much better things are in some people's lives. It's so great.
So we are going to give you just a minute or two to put in what you're most thankful for, and then this is actually our very first giveaway.
Right, so you have to comment.
So you have to comment to enter the giveaway, and our amazing, he has so many titles, our amazing Devin is going to randomly select a winner for this particular giveaway. Our first giveaway is one of our roll-on blends.
It is called Tummy's Roll-On Blend.
It's called Tummy's Roll-On Blend. Now, Karen, probably around 2018, does that sound about right? 2017, 2018, formulated all of the Aromatics International blends.
Well, how this came about.
Tell me.
It's because I was doing a lot of traveling because I sourced the oils for Aromatics International. So I like travel around, visit my favorite distillers or potential distillers, make sure that I like the way that they treat their land and that their distillations are stellar.
That they're people we want to partner with. Good quality, salt of the earth folks.
And I was having to take, of course I can't live without my essential oils, as many of you can't either, and I was having to take blends and oils and whatever I might need on these trips, and I always do carry-on, so it was really hard to do. So I said, okay, I am creating my favorite blends.
Yes.
I'm having them available, so all I have to do is go pick them off the shelf, put them in my suitcase, and go.
I love that.
One of them was Tummy's.
Yes.
Tummy's is very soothing, of course, and this is perfect for the holidays because sometimes we are a little stressed and our food isn't digesting quite as we had anticipated.
I plan on overeating a lot. I'm going to wear my comfy pants. I don't know about you.
In this blend is a roll-on blend. This is a 10 ml roll-on blend. And we have the base as organic jojoba oil. And all of our oils are either organic, organically grown, or wildcrafted.
Yeah.
Everything that we have. And then we have the essential oils of orange, ginger, and peppermint.
Yes.
All of the favorites for digestion.
I love that. So
Okay.
this is our first giveaway that we're doing. How you enter this giveaway, if you've just joined us, in the comments, you just pop in the thing you're most grateful for. And that's how we're kicking off our first giveaway of this set in our particular event today. Also, if you could do us a favor and like this video, subscribe to our channel, and make sure that you are following us, then we are able to get the word out even more. And YouTube, wherever you're watching, will deliver our video and more people will be able to join our event today. So if you like this video, that'd be so awesome.
Well, one of the reasons why we're doing this event is to show you how easy it is to do gifts.
Yes.
Homemade gifts for your family and friends, because we talked about stress in the holidays.
Yes.
And sometimes the more we simplify our gifts, the more we simplify our routines and our traditions, it actually makes it more special.
It does. And you know, when you're able to make something for someone and give it to them, not only can it be more economical sometimes, it is just that personal touch, which is so nice. And you're saying, I'm thinking about you very specifically, and this is something I'm sending to you, and it's a sweet thing.
Well, one time, years ago,
Yes.
my parents lived not too far from us, but they left during the winter. And when they left, they had snowmobiles that we could borrow.
Yes.
And so Jenny was probably in first grade, second grade, and we decided we were going to do something really special. And my son was just 3 years younger than Jenny,
So he was
or
about
is 3 years younger.
Yeah.
So maybe it was more like 5 and 8. So we decided, instead of doing a traditional Thanksgiving dinner, we packed a lunch.
This was Christmas.
Or Christmas.
This was
packed
Christmas.
a lunch.
Well, here's
That's
the deal. And I thank you for hopping into this. And this is one of my very favorite childhood memories. And we decided one year, so my parents have always been entrepreneurs. They're just awesome. And we had a business at that time. They had a business at that time. We're very little kids. And it was just the time of year where it wasn't a good time for us to do presents. And they made it so fun, and they didn't necessarily tell us that. They just said, you know what we're going to do for Christmas this year? We are going to get up early. We're going to get on the snowmobiles, and we're going to go way out in the mountains. We're going to have a special picnic dinner. And they made it so fun to have this adventure.
We had new gloves.
Yes.
We had a few things. Got on those snowmobiles.
Yes.
Went up to the very top of a mountain that it was a sunny day.
It's way up in the Lolo Peak Wilderness, if you know Montana at all, up Highway 12.
That's right. It had the most fantastic views. Got our little sack lunches out and had the best time.
It was so fun. We had hot chocolate. I remember every moment of it, and the sun was coming down and the snow was sparkling. I was riding with my mom, and my brother Jaron was riding with my dad, and they were just going, and it was just so much fun. So even though we didn't have a lot of means that year for a lot of presents, we had such an adventure, and we packed the lunches together that morning. We made the hot chocolate. It was just a very wonderful family event. And so part of what we wanted to show you with the guide that we put together is how you can make a lot of presents on a budget. Or maybe you just want to save money, or maybe you want to give something very meaningful and budget doesn't come into it. It's thoughtful gifts, Chris. That's what I'm trying to say.
Gifts.
I'm trying to say
That's
thoughtful
right.
gifts regardless of what's going on in your world.
So even though we have these pre-made blends in the roller bottles, we also have them in pure essential oil without the carrier in dropper bottles, so you can add it and make your own blends. It's like buying an essential oil, except it's an essential oil blend that you can make several of these and give them away. Several of your own tummies or several of your own sleep Z's.
Yes.
Or with our guide that we have available, you'll be able to come up with so many ideas for Christmas gifts.
And this guide we keep talking about is right below where you're watching. There's a link that you can click, and it will open up a new screen, so you're able to stay with us on this event where you are right now, and then you're able to also look at the guide, the recipe guide that we put together. Now, as a reminder, our sale at Aromatics just kicked off, and we have things from 10% off all the way up to 80% off, and different products are different percentages off. And so there's some great deals to be found. So if you are wanting to stock up for the holidays or just really refill your own apothecary, or maybe you see clients or whatever it is, we would love for you to take advantage of this particular sale. We'll talk more about it as we get through this event. Are we ready to announce our first winner? We are almost ready to announce our first winner. And Lisa, you are definitely able to share these recipes. We're going to be talking about later on how you can take the recipes and put together a workshop, either for free for your friends or family or charge. And so these recipes, Lisa, you're welcome to use in your own workshop. So that would be fantastic. All right. Well, we are, oh, good. We're ready.
We're ready?
All right, our first winner is Kathy Smith.
Kathy Smith, you are our first winner. Kathy Smith, if you could email us, team@aromatics.com, with your name and your address, your email will be attached. We would love to pop this particular prize in the mail to you, which is Tum Ease. And happy holidays, and thank you for being here. We have more prizes to give out, so don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Oh, okay.
All right, so now we are going to go to our next part of this. And we have again, the recipe guide is for you to go through. Let's go over and just take a look at the recipe guide. We would love to know, as we go through the guide, what particular recipe stands out to you, what might be a favorite that you're going to go and make. So let's go through the guide.
Well, in this guide
In a moment.
is a diffuser blend. And this first diffuser blend in the guide, and are you going to show them the recipe in the guide? This is such a beautiful holiday recipe guide that we have.
Yes, I'm getting some good notes to make the screen a little bit smaller. Oh, I'm going to make volume go like that. Shift.
And-
Go like that.
Oh, I think you have to escape out of full.
Escape out of full screen. Oh, I see. Yeah, and then I can go like that. Oh, good. Let's go like, there we go. How's that? That's better? Okay.
So the first recipe that we have on there.
Do you want to just go through the whole guide, or do you want to start with the first one?
Let's start with this first one. Well, you can go through the whole guide.
Well, I think we should go through the whole
Okay.
guide. I mean, this is your guide from you, which I love.
Yes, and as I said,
This is Karen.
favorite recipes.
This is Karen
So-
cross-country skiing through our lavender field.
It's close to me.
It's very close to her.
It's
It's
very
right
close to
below where she lives with my dad and her 2 cats and her dog.
So going on down to the guide, there is the holiday diffuser blend.
And by the way, your guide is clickable. So you can click in the guide and it will take you to the rest
cool.
of I know.
Very cool.
I know.
The foaming soap, there's carrot cake with body butter. I mean, there's so many beautiful recipes in here.
I know. So if you are seeing this and you're like drawn to a specific recipe, let us know. Because not only do we love to put these together, we love to know what recipes are really resonating with you.
So, and another diffuser blend.
Yes.
Love diffuser blends going, keeps our air nice and clean, keeps us from getting sick. But this holiday diffuser blend, and this is actually our next giveaway,
There we
is
go.
a diffuser.
Yes.
And I'm going to grab our diffuser
I
behind us.
can grab it.
Okay.
Grab our diffuser behind us.
So it's sitting on the box of the new one.
It's sitting on the box of the new one. Here we go.
This is one that we use all the time.
And you
when
will
we're
be getting a
doing
new
events.
one, not the used one. The
That's
brand
the
new
one. This one, and the reason why I love this diffuser is this is wood, and it says aromatics on here, but this is all glass. This is all glass in here. It's a little bit, and it's glass in the bottom, and so it's easy to clean. In fact, to clean this is you can use soap and water. I like to spray it with a little blend of
Everclear?
Everclear, which is a high alcohol content, and water. So I do like 70% alcohol, 30% water, and I'll spray it in here and it cleans it really well. You can also diffuse that for just a few minutes to help keep this clean. And another trick when you're using your diffuser is to make sure that you empty it out when you're done. You don't want water sitting in here because water tends to breed all kinds of bacteria and things that you don't want to be diffused into the air. So I use the diffuser, and I love using it for maybe 15 minutes per hour.
Yep.
Or so, and then I turn it off, and then we'll turn it back on. This also has some adjustments for lights. You can have it without lights, or you can have it with lights. It's a really fun and easy to use, and you just fill it up to the fill line with some tap water.
Yeah.
How easy is that?
That's so easy.
Tap water, or put your water in, put your essential oils in, plug it in, and it just diffuses away. It's really cool.
And it is such a cute size. So I'm going to read off the entry question. And so we're going to make the diffuser blend together and give you time to put in your answer. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Or did I just go
No,
off script?
we were not going to make the diffuser
We
blend.
weren't
We were just
going to
gonna
make
look
the
at the
diffuser blend. We
recipe.
were going to look at the recipe. But we
Let's
are
look at the
doing,
recipe.
so the giveaway is the Aromatics glass diffuser.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to do the, entry questions so they can start putting their answers in, and then we'll just keep chit-chatting.
All right.
Does that sound good?
Yes.
All right, so the entry question, so you're eligible to win this particular prize, which is this beautiful glass diffuser, is what is your favorite aromatics product of all time? What is your very favorite aromatics product of all time? As I'm saying that out loud, I would have a really hard time answering this. So you can say one of your favorite.
Yeah, one. Just
One of them, because
thing.
it's really, really, really hard to narrow it down for me.
Well,
I will say I cook with our pink Himalayan salt every day. That is something I consistently use every single day. So I do different blends or different candle recipes or different things, but every single day I'm using the pink Himalayan salt.
Well, one reason why this diffuser is wet is Jenny and I just finished a presentation for our Thrive membership.
Yes.
We did a live presentation on rock rose.
Yes.
So if any of you were there on the presentation for rock rose,
Yes.
and I learned this too late to let you know during the presentation, it is actually 30% off right now.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, 30% off.
That's a great deal.
So, and that's why this is wet. We just used it.
We did. We made a beautiful blend.
made a
If you are interested in becoming a thriving aromatherapist in our membership, it's a closed membership. We only open a couple times a year. We are opening that at the end of the month. We'll send you an email about it.
We have lots of favorite things.
I know.
Jojoba, rose geranium, bergamot, peppermint, rosewood, everything.
I will say.
I like that. Rose oil.
Yes, I love that too. So, Cheryl, let me just confirm this. You are saying the cornflower hydrosol. Now, the cornflower hydrosol, if you have allergies, anytime, I always have cornflower hydrosol in my fridge, regardless of the time of year. A fresh bottle in my, I have a bottle that I keep really nice and tight in my fridge. If your eyes are itchy at all.
Yes.
Now, there's different safety ways to do this. You can soak it in a cotton ball, spray it in a cotton ball. I just go and I spray directly into my eye, one side, and it just takes that itch away.
That's right.
Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how awesome it is.
It's crazy. Cornflower is one of the few hydrosols. There's cornflower.
Yes.
There's German chamomile, and there's rose that you can actually spray in your eyes. The rest of them,
No.
you cannot spray in your eyes. But cornflower is fantastic, like Jenny says. It just
Yes.
takes that itch away. It takes down that inflammation, helps the
Yes.
redness to go away.
Can we
It's
go
wonderful.
And we do have a full hour.
Okay.
So we have lots of time to tell stories. Can you answer this question
Okay.
from Lana? Why in the fridge for the hydrosols?
Oh.
Why keep hydrosols in the fridge?
What really matters is keeping them at an even temperature.
Yes.
So you want your hydrosols, and I don't have one to show you, but when you have, I have one to show
I
you.
was good.
There will be condensation that will collect around the top. We want to prevent that from happening. And hydrosols like to be kept at a constant temperature. So if you have a cool, dark location, you can absolutely keep them there. I keep a lot of my hydrosols. Keep my house pretty cool, and my kitchen is even cooler. So it's probably around 65 degrees actually in my kitchen. And that's perfectly fine for hydrosols. If you're using them very infrequently and you have a bulk supply of them, definitely keep them in a cold place. Do I keep hydrosols in my bathroom, the ones that I spray on my face, like frankincense and rose? And a new one that we have is a Popanax hydrosol. In fact, I used it this morning.
Yes.
I love it so much. It's a resinous,
Yes.
made from a resin, and it's very skin healing. Those, if I'm using them all the time, and I know I'm going to go through them kind of rapidly, 3-4 months,
Yes.
I'll keep them by my sink as well. And again, they like that even, constant temperature. I hope that answers your question.
Yes. I have one more anecdote about skincare. Are you ready?
All right.
And then we'll choose our winner. And again, the entry question, if you just joined us, is what is your favorite aromatics product of all time? And I'm about to go after this presentation and do my own shopping, which is one of my favorite things to do. I grab a bin and I go and I just grab and I do all my own shopping. And I'm so excited to stock up because this is such an amazing sale. Also, I love making my own skincare products. From cleanser to tonics to all the things. And not that long ago, I had lunch with a dear friend who said, Jenny, what are you doing for skincare? And I was like, you know what? I'll tell you what I'm doing for skincare. And she really got to me. She really freaked me out. Because she said, Jenny, everybody I know our age, and I'm just over 40, is doing Botox.
Oh, I was shocked.
And I was like, what? And she's like, what are you doing for skincare? And then she had all of these recommendations. She had this specific line of cleanser. She had this specific everything. And I was like, okay. So maybe 6 months ago-ish, I was like, all right, well, I'm going to try the stuff she recommended. So I tried her cleanser. I tried her lotion. I spent probably $500 easily on a whole new regimen. And after doing this for probably, I don't know, about a month, I missed all of my stuff because it's so naturally moisturizing in such a good way. So I went right back to making my own cleanser, which is any hydrosol you would like that's good for your skin. I often use frankincense hydrosol. I'll do like a third of that. And then I'll do a third aloe or a little bit more, and then another carrier that's fun to rotate in and out. Rose hip or avocado, whatever it is, I shake it up, and that's what I use as my cleanser all the time. It's my very favorite. I've used that consistently for about 10 years now. It's my very favorite, and it's so economical to make. And then I just spray toner on, and then just moisturize with an unscented lotion.
And it works beautifully.
I love it. And you know what? It's all about aging gracefully, and I feel like I'm saving so much money. But she did freak me out. But trust me, your own homemade ingredients, your own homemade DIY products with these natural products are so good for your skin and body.
Right. And I see some comments on the green clay mask.
Oh, yes.
And I can't get myself to buy a mask because, I mean, you use it up so quickly and they're very expensive. But to make your own green clay mask or a pumpkin mask or whatever, because if it calls for kaolin clay, you can use green clay as well.
Yes.
Some of you are having a hard time opening your guide.
Are you? Well, here's the thing. We popped in a link. Also, you can go and open up another screen. You can go to aromatics.com and you can download the guide right at the top right there. So we'll figure out a way to get you your guide.
Okay.
Yes.
I know we were able to open it, but you can also copy and paste.
Yes.
And put it in another tab.
What I've noticed is that sometimes if you have a pop-up blocker on Safari or Chrome or vice versa.
Good point.
If you try to click, your pop-up blocker won't allow that to happen. So what I do is I will go to a different browser. So for me, Safari always lets me. Sometimes if I'm not using Chrome as much or whatever, the pop-up blocker is too strict and I'm not able to do that. So you might need to try a different browser and that should work for you.
Okay.
Yes.
Good point.
Yes.
Ooh, Wendy, yes. Pomegranate, rose hip, carrot seed for face moisturizing.
Oh, yes.
That's a beautiful, beautiful blend. Absolutely.
I am going to go and get carrot seed for my home collection and put 1 drop in my facial cleanser because I do want to add 1 essential oil drop too, and carrot seed oil is so good for the skin.
Yeah. And you know, I also like to put green clay in my cleanser.
Yes.
As well, which is something that you can do for, switch it around just a little bit.
Yep.
All right.
Question for you, residential nurse and expert aromatherapist. Can you use the hydrosol cornflower hydrosol if you've had cataract surgery?
Yes, absolutely.
That was my instinct too.
It does not hurt your eyes.
Be the second one to say it.
Right. Just on a cotton ball, just put it on the outside there would work as well too if you have any concerns at all, but there's nothing that should interfere with any kind of a cataract surgery. Otherwise, it would not be good for the eyes at all. So that should not be a problem.
So one thing that...
people are opening it up just fine.
Yeah. So one thing that I would suggest too, if you are excited about taking advantage of learning about new products and ordering with this sale, you could have the Aromatics website open, and you can be putting things in your cart as we're talking about them, and make sure you don't miss anything or write them down.
Oh, good
Because
idea.
this sale is going on, and we want to make sure you are getting all of the benefits. One very cool thing, if you already have Aroma Drops or a student code from AromaHead, you are able to use one or the other, not both, one or the other, in addition to this sale, which is pretty cool.
Oh, good. So
Yep.
you can use your Aroma Drops.
You can use your Aroma Drops,
That's
which
in
is
your
very
account.
cool. Which is very,
Very
very
good.
cool. All right, so are we ready to announce the winner of this glass diffuser?
Yes, we are. Wendy Mason.
Wendy Mason!
She said her favorite oil was Pinyon Pine, which is 10%
Pine.
off today.
There you
Oh,
go!
so Wendy's favorite oil is Pinyon Pine, which
So-
is 10% off.
Yes, and if Wendy Mason, you are our winner, and your favorite oil is Pinyon Pine, and it is 10% off today. So it goes, everything on the website at Aromatics is discounted a little differently. Pinyon Pine's 10%, and again, we go all the way up to 80%. Some products are 80%, so that's a very cool thing. So if you are wanting to join Wendy in enjoying Pinyon Pine, that's awesome. And congratulations, Wendy.
Congratulations.
Wendy, if you could please email us, team@aromatics.com, your full name and your address. We'll make sure to get that Pinyon Pine in the mail to you.
All right. Well, I'm going to put
No,
this...
not the Pinyon Pine. The glass diffuser in the mail to you. Pinyon Pine's our favorite
good
oil.
catch. Very good catch. You could put Pinyon Pine in your cart.
You could put Pinyon Pine in your cart.
All right. I'm going to put this in the bag.
I love Pinyon Pine so much. And one really cool thing about that distiller is that all of our distillers really approach their craft in a very reverent way. And this particular distiller, anytime he wildcrafts the Pinyon Pine, he actually asks permission and sends a blessing out into the world.
Yep.
It's a really beautiful thing. If you were to meet this distiller, you would say he distills essential oil. He looks like a distiller. He wears nature. He's the coolest guy, and he is so good at what he does. And so that Pinyon Pine not only is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful oil, but it has a wonderful story behind it too, as well.
Well, I'm ready to make a blend here.
Yes.
So going down on your guide, and maybe we could show on your guide.
Let's go down on my guide and keep going.
We're going to go clear down.
Clear
the
down?
guide.
Well,
Oh,
how about
wait.
we decide where
Here
we're
we are.
going?
We're going to the Dreamy Peppermint Foot Cream.
Okay, so let's not go to my guide just yet. I don't want to make anyone nauseous by skimming fast. So I'll go all the way down to the Dreamy Foot Cream. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Dreamy Peppermint Foot Cream.
So this recipe is calling, and this is a fantastic recipe, by the way.
Yes.
Our base oils are 2 ounces of shea butter, and 1/2 ounce of cocoa butter, 1 ounce of coconut oil, 1/4 of fluid ounce of avocado oil, and then we're going to be using tea tree, peppermint, and lavender. So I want to measure out our cocoa butter first because
Yes.
it needs to melt. And
So
I've already melted it.
I
just
love
want to
it.
show you how to do it.
Well, I know, Karen has already made, we have some behind us. Now, we're gonna make this recipe with you, the Dreamy Peppermint Foot Cream. We also wanna get another giveaway started. And I wanna give folks a really good chance to put in their answers.
Oh, they'll have a chance.
Oh, should
They'll
I
have a
wait?
chance. Yeah, just wait. So we will do 1/2 ounce of cocoa butter. Now I always do it in grams. So
Okay.
I have my weight scale and I tared it. And now 1/2 ounce of cocoa butter. 1 ounce of cocoa butter is 28 grams. So I'm going to put 14 grams in here.
Okay.
Just so you can see how much 14 grams is. Cocoa butter will make your blend nice and creamy.
And it is such a great gift. Like this particular recipe makes such great gifts.
So that's that much of our cocoa butter, and now we're going to melt the cocoa butter. So we would melt it using a double boiler system where I take a pan of water and then I put something in it like a Pyrex measuring cup to melt the cocoa butter, making sure no water gets into it. Or I use my nifty tea warmer, which goes up to 170 degrees.
Which is pretty good for a tea warmer.
And I've melted the cocoa butter.
I didn't know that. I thought it just warmed the tea.
No,
that
that's
goes
3
up.
settings.
That goes up quite high.
3
That's
settings
perfect.
on this particular one, and I use it all the time.
I love that.
So we're also going to add in, and we go from the hardest butter to the lightest butter. And when I add things in, it will probably solidify slightly. So the next thing we're going to add in is our 2 ounces of shea butter.
All right.
And 2 ounces of shea butter would be 56 grams, right? 28 and 28 would be 56 grams.
Yes.
And we'll put our shea butter in. People love these as gifts.
They do. And honestly, when we had, after we grabbed the guide and put everything together, I chose this recipe specifically so that we would have this after the presentation.
Let me move this over a
It's
little
so delicious.
so they can see what I'm doing here.
Okay.
And we make sure it's tared.
Okay.
And 56 grams. And I've got a little
spoon.
spoon here.
You've got your little spoon.
Like that.
It has the consistency of like a thicker frosting, which is great.
It's 27 grams, and we want 56.
Yes. Oh, thanks, April. She says, cocoa butter smells like heaven. It does smell like heaven.
It's 53.
There we go. We're almost there.
60. Take a little bit out.
Now, if this is the first time you're seeing a melt and pour recipe, if you could pop in a 3 into the chat, it's easier than you would think. I know the very first time I saw one, I was like, oh, I can do that. But if this is the first time you're seeing this, just pop in a 3 into the chat because we want to give you extra encouragement that you can do this. It is easy.
All right, Jen.
Okay.
I am going to make sure this is on.
All right.
170, and we'll let this melt, and it doesn't take long to melt.
This is so funny. We're live streamed on 2 different things, and we have a phone call coming in, and we're gonna not take it. We're not gonna take the phone call. All right, look at all these folks who this is their very first time seeing a melt and pour. This
very
is
cool.
awesome. Well, we want to really encourage you to jump in. It's way easier than you think. I'm not someone who's crafty at all. Like I walk into Michael's and I get nervous because all these projects are undone. I'm not someone who likes to craft. But something like this is something that I love doing because it's the first time you go through it, it's so much easier than you think.
The next thing we're going to do is put in our coconut oil and add it to our blend.
All right.
So I'm going to wipe off my spoon so I don't get shea butter in here, and we're going to add in 1 ounce, which is 28 grams
Yes.
of coconut oil.
All right.
Here.
You are doing great.
And I love making butters like this. They're so good for your skin.
And truly, the carrier you use with your essential oils just adds so much. It's just the conduit of getting your oils into your system. So the thicker the carrier, in this case, the butter that we're making, the longer, the slower the essential oils are going to absorb into your system versus a jojoba, which is a lot thinner, or an unscented lotion, which is a lot thinner, or aloe is going to get those oils in and deliver them even faster into your system. And so when you are gaming it from a therapeutic perspective, maybe a pain blend or an anti-nausea blend or whatever it is, when you're not just blending for fun and for aroma, it is the thickness of your carrier that's going to be your ally in delivering the essential oils into your system. So if that's a pro tip if you're new to blending, and why different carriers might come in handy for different reasons.
All right, so we have our coconut oil in there.
All right.
And then next we're going to add our avocado oil, and they will all kind of melt at the same time. Coconut oil, shea butter melt really quickly.
Yes.
And this calls for 1/4 fluid ounce of coconut oil. 1 ounce is 30.
Yep.
So 30 divided by 4 for 1/4 ounce would be
quick aroma math here. I love it.
7.5. Now
Okay.
this is where these little beakers, graduated cylinders, come in handy. This is 5 right here. Go ahead and take that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There.
I got that.
That's a little weight so that it keeps things on.
That's right, because the tea warmer needs to have pressure to keep the warmth going.
So this is 5.
There you go.
And we're going to do 7.5. And if you do 8, that's fine too.
It's fine. There are some things you need to be super specific about. Candles. You can't just throw things together. This is a little bit more forgiving of a recipe in terms of exact measuring.
But I do put just a little extra in because some stays in the graduated cylinder, so you're
Yes.
not getting the whole thing in there.
That makes sense.
There, we can put that back on.
All right, there we go.
Let that melt away. And this is, you want unrefined butters that you're using. You want to get that beautiful skin nourishing aspects to your butters. They need to be cold pressed and minimally processed, as minimally as possible. Cold pressed, organic, because you want organic products or unsprayed products on your skin.
Yes,
right?
because you don't want to have all the other stuff coming into your skin too.
And that makes it all cooler to give as gifts too.
It does. And again, if this is something you're like, I want to make these into gifts, this is a great time. We have a wonderful sale going on for you. You can go and put your favorite things or new things in your cart and get tremendous discounts during this promotion.
All right, so let me make sure. Okay, we have everything. So we have the shea butter, the cocoa butter,
Yes.
coconut oil, and avocado oil. These are really cute little 1 ounce jars. Of course, you could put this into a 4 ounce jar or 2 2-ounce jars, or you can do 4 1 ounce jars, and then you've got 4 gifts to give away, or
There you
3
go.
to give away, and keep 1 for yourself.
I know.
Right?
That's pretty cool.
Okay, so I am going, we'll let this melt just a little bit more, make sure that we're still on.
That sounds good.
There we go, and that'll take just a minute. And once this is melted, we will be able to put in our essential oil drops, and then we'll put them in our jars. And now, I think while we're waiting for this to melt, we can do our giveaway.
All right, so in this particular recipe, if you're new to making essential oil blends, it's always a great idea to follow the recipe pretty specifically, although feel free to play around with different things. Over at the, as you already know, in the product description of each oil, there's a safety section, and you can make sure that you are selecting oils and not putting them topically at different dilutions. For this recipe, we have tea tree, peppermint, and lavender. So your entry question.
Go ahead, Jenny. I just
All right.
realized that this wasn't.
So your entry question to win, and they're winning specifically, Karen has already made, let me grab them back here. She's made Dreamy Foot Cream already.
I made it just before
and
this.
She's put cute everything on them.
Now, let me give you a little tip here. When I pour these, I put them immediately in the freezer. And it only for like a half an hour or so, and it makes it so that the shea butter and the other butters and oils do not become grainy. It's creamy, it's beautiful. If you skip that step, which I did for years and just put up with the graininess until I discovered
Yes.
this trick of putting it in the freezer. And some people say refrigerator, but I always do the freezer. So we're giving away all 4 of these.
Which is so cool. So 4 lucky winners. And I love this comment from Mythic Sales. This would be a great gift with a pair of socks. That is such a good idea. This would be a great gift with a pair of socks.
For some reason, this keeps going off.
Well, you know what we could do?
A great gift with a pair of socks.
I know, it's like...
I do like that. I'm going to bring this over here so I can keep track of it.
Well, one thing we could do too is we could put it off to the side and let it keep melting if we want.
You know, a lot of people are asking where you got that tea.
Where did you get your tea warmer?
Oh, this particular tea warmer,
Thank you, Dad.
you can get them on Amazon. Now this one, they no longer make it, but there's all kinds. Just go tea warmer and look for the 3 settings. Up to 170 is the one that I always use, is that 170 degree setting. And why do a great big double boiler when you don't have to?
Well, especially for those of us who don't tend to love really complicated things.
Right.
This is so easy.
But let me tell you, you can take this recipe, you can double it, you can triple it, so that you have a lot of them. And in that case, then you would want to use a double boiler, because this is not, you don't want to fill this all the way up and then try to melt it. This worked for me well, because I tested it out and it worked really well.
Yes.
And this will be melted in probably, no more than 5 minutes.
Right. And Brenda, you didn't miss anything at all. We didn't actually ask the question. Are you ready to ask the giveaway? And then we can keep chit-chatting?
What's the giveaway?
Because I want to give everyone time to get their answers in. Okay, so the giveaway question, and then we'll be choosing 4 different winners of Peppermint Dreamy Peppermint Foot Cream we've already made. So
I'm going to open one when we're done here to show them the texture of it, and then we'll use this for another one of the giveaways.
So did you just want to do 3 giveaways?
4.
I did a 4. Okay.
4 giveaways.
All right, so the question, are you ready?
Ready.
Drum roll.
Ready.
So the question, your entry question for our giveaway, and we'll be choosing 4 winners for this question, or for this giveaway, is, so we've got tea tree, peppermint, and lavender. If you were going to choose to substitute one of those oils, or no, let's just read the question very specifically. What other scents could work for this recipe? What other oils would you like to put in this recipe? There is no wrong answer. It's just your preference. So that's how you. So basically, what 3 oils would you like to put in this recipe? If you weren't going to use tea tree, peppermint, and lavender, what 3 oils do you think would make a great blend for this particular recipe? Is that the right way to ask that question?
Yes.
All right. So basically, just choose 3 oils you think would make a great blend for a foot cream. It doesn't necessarily have to have peppermint or anything. Just pop in your favorite scent that you think would make a great foot cream, and that's how you enter this giveaway.
These oils are really good for antimicrobial, antifungal type situations, especially the peppermint and the tea tree, but lavender does too.
Yes.
So as you're using this dreamy peppermint foot cream, you're not only, it feels good when you come home from work.
Yes, and the question was a little unclear. You can put in 3 oils or 1 oil. It's just fine. You'll be entered into the giveaway with 1 oil or 3.
So you want to be careful to not use too much of an oil that might be like some of our spice oils, like clove buds, cinnamon bark.
That would be a spicy
cinnamon leaf,
situation.
Nutmeg. Those ones you want to, use very little of those, if any. Cinnamon bark, I would probably not put in my foot one because it's harsh on the skin, so I would leave that one out.
Yes.
But what you can use instead is an oil called tamala.
And if you haven't worked with tamala, go take advantage of the sale. It's a beautiful, beautiful oil. It smells delicious and divine, and it has more of the properties of a lavender. Doesn't have quite the same properties as a cinnamon.
It doesn't
have any of the properties of a cinnamon.
It has a touch of cinnamaldehyde.
There you go.
But so little, which is a phenol, and that's what's harsh on your skin. It's so little that it gives it a nice, gentle cinnamon aroma, but you get the benefits of the lavender with the linalool in there and the linalool acetate. It's really a beautiful one. I use it all the time, especially in the holiday season when I want that cinnamon aroma.
Yes.
More than I want to put in the cinnamon bark. So.
Yes, and our apologies because this question is very unclear. So there's 2 ways to answer this question. You can
1 oil.
Yeah, so there's 2 ways to answer this question. Both answers are going to get you entered to the giveaway. So what 3 oils would you put in a foot cream or a foot cream? The other question is what 1 oil would you substitute in addition to? Either are going to get you entered into this giveaway. Is that the right way to say it? Okay.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. So we've got some really good ones here. I'm kind of going up here.
I know, good job.
Bergamot mint instead of peppermint. That would be a really beautiful oil to put in there too. You get that. You get that mint aroma with some citrus in there, but yet it's not a peppermint. It's more like a lavender chemistry that you get in there.
Yep.
Let's see here. Frankincense, myrrh, and rose. Absolutely. Tea tree, lavender, cedar wood, ylang ylang, eucalyptus, chamomile, lavender, and peppermint together. Just kind of going down here a little bit. Blood orange, spearmint, and what else?
We have so
lavender,
many great options coming in.
rose, coffee, vanilla,
And
cedar
really,
wood, tea tree. Look at all these beautiful ones.
There's so many different ways to put together your oils for a blend. There's therapeutically, there's aromatically, there's looking at different energetics. And so there's so many different ways to approach blending. And so there's no right or wrong way to do it. For this particular Dreamy Peppermint Foot Cream, it's to really just kind of help with all kinds of things that we have in our notes. The peppermint is so good for pain relief. The tea tree and the lavender are that antifungal, as well as the peppermint. So it has some therapeutic there too, as well as just smelling amazing. You could also do the black spruce. You could do different oils for helichrysum for that pain and inflammation management. So there's so many different ways to think about how you would substitute different oils for this entry question. Yes.
Exactly. Everything that I'm reading here sounds just amazing.
I know. Vanilla, rose, lime, Noelle, what? That sounds amazing. That sounds so good.
Lavender, orange, and sandalwood.
Yes.
Yes, Beatrice. Absolutely.
Yes. Our comments are down where the camera is, so if we're just looking down the whole time, that's why we're doing that.
We're getting there.
Well, should we choose our 4 winners?
All right. First winner, Tina Heilman.
Tina Heilman is our first winner. Tina, congratulations.
Then Helen Noblock.
Helen Noblock is our next winner.
Renee Bennett.
Renee Bennett.
And Noelle Hudergart.
Noelle Hudergart. Yay!
I'm sorry if I said your name wrong.
And we're sorry if we said your name wrong. We always want to say names correctly. If you could please, if you were one of those 4 winners, if you could please email team@aromatics.com with your full name and your address so that we can ship this to you, we would love to do that.
So I just want to show you what this looks like.
It looks gorgeous.
I'm going to get my little glass stir rod.
And again, this is a great time to stock up on accessories like glass stir rods or these particular containers for your entire year when it comes to your own apothecary.
Now this will be just a little bit firmer than it's showing here.
Okay.
On here, but it's a nice, soft, almost a salve type consistency that works so well on your feet. Now in this guide that we also have a whipped butter one.
Yes, which is
that
very
really
fun.
good.
Yeah, just very fun.
Yes.
Beautiful. I wouldn't do any substitutions. Just make it up exactly as it is. That's the moral of that entry question, which we will change for next year.
I'm going to put these out here a little bit. So I have a little more working room.
Oh, right.
And this is so close to being ready. It's just a few more stirs here, and I'm sure this is going to be melting.
Yes.
Well, I want it all the way melted. That you can probably see just a little bit in there that's not melted, and we want it completely melted before we put the essential oils in, before we pour it. And then when we pour it, we're going to cap it, and then we'll have somebody take it right away into the freezer.
There we go.
So, there we go. It's almost melted. Just a couple more little drops there. Let's see if I can help them a little bit. There we go. And it doesn't take much heat to melt this. We're done.
We're done.
Melted. So
We're melted.
now we're going to put in our essential oils.
All right.
15 drops of tea tree.
Lovely.
By the way, this is also a good blend if you feel like you're getting a cold and flu.
Oh, there you go. And on the feet would be so nice.
And 15 drops of peppermint.
You could also put it on your chest as a chest rub. It's not specific to the feet.
And then we're going to do 10 drops of lavender.
There you go.
This is our artisan lavender.
Do you know what that means? Let me tell you what that means. So earlier in the guide, when you saw Karen cross-country skiing through the lavender in the snow, that's the artisan lavender we're talking about. And she and my dad and so many other folks from the aromatics team are up there watering the lavender field every day, weeding, keeping track of it, taking care of it. The artisan lavender is really, really cool.
Now, it's very key to make sure this is stirred well. You want to make sure that all those essential oils are all the way through. If you were to put a drop of yarrow or a drop of German chamomile in here, you would be able to see how much stirring it actually takes to get all the oils incorporated. So make sure you spend a few minutes just stirring, okay, all the way around. Oh, it smells so good.
It smells so good.
Okay, and now we're just going to pour them into our little 1 ounce containers, like that.
And if this is something that you are going to make, if you could pop in a 4 into the chat, if you're like, yep, I'm sold, I'm going to make this, pop in a 4.
I fill them almost up to the rim, and then I'll go back through and put a little more in.
There we go.
Like that.
We've got lots of folks who are going to make this. Cheryl and Tammy and Lisa, Aromatherapy every day. Oh my goodness, all kinds of folks are going to make this. Mom Aromas.
If you want this just a little bit thicker, you can put maybe just a tiny bit more of cocoa butter in it.
There you go.
I like mine a little on the thinner side.
I do too. I do too.
All right, so now we're going to cap.
All right. Layla and Megan and Doreen and Elizabeth. We have so many folks who are going to make this. This is so cool.
Like that. And then we'll get ready for our next one because we have another giveaway yet.
We have another giveaway yet.
Okay.
They make great gifts, regardless of what holiday you celebrate or just for birthdays or whatever.
I am going to just
Pass
hand
these over.
right on over.
Why don't you hand them to me and I'll hand them to Devin. We have a whole little chain here.
And we'll get them in the freezer.
Thank you, thank you. Into the freezer they go.
And I'll get set up for our next blend.
All right, while you're doing that, again, we just want to give you a very warm welcome. If you joined partway through the presentation, we're just going over and making blends from our holiday recipe gift guide. If you could do us a huge favor and like this video, that way we will be able to attract even more folks to come and join this event. So give this video a like. That will help us spread the word out. Please subscribe to our channel as well. That way you'll get a notification anytime we go live in the future. And this has just been so much fun. So we are working off of the PDF, which is our holiday recipe gift guide that we put together for you here in YouTube where you're watching. If you're watching on YouTube, you can go down into the description, click the link, and that's how you can download the holiday gift guide, as well as over on our aromatics.com website. Now I want to take you over to the website real fast. So here we are over on the website, and this is also where you can go and shop. We have up to 80% off everything. It is our biggest sale of the year. We absolutely love doing this sale. It's a great way to stock up for the holidays. It's just a really fun way to get the things you need. It's a great way to make gifts. All of those things are fantastic. So you can go now down to shop now. That's one way to navigate this. And then you can just see what everything is. So the way to see a specific product and where it's at, so this would be a fantastic thing, like jojoba oil. I mean, jojoba oil you use for everything. And right up here, you can see specifically what each product is in terms of this promotion. So you can go to an 8 ounce, you can see how much it costs. You can go to a 16 ounce and see how much it costs as compared to regular full price. So these basic things, like jojoba has over a 20-year shelf life. There's some things that are just a no-brainer to stock up on during promotions like this, just to kind of make sure that whenever you have the inspiration, that you're able to make a recipe for someone or for yourself anytime during the year, which is great. If you have any questions on this promotion, feel free to pop them into the chat as well. And if you go down, again, you can look at everything that particular way. You can also go up here, and there's different ways to find the products you need. Go to the home screen. There it is. Thank you, Devin. And then scroll down. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you, Devin. I was like, where are the collections? So this is where you can go to different essential oils and blends, diffusers and supplies, carriers, hydrosols, DIY bundles and kits, and then you can go down and find all kinds of stuff here. But this is, again, such a great time to stock up on all of these particular things.
Are we ready for our next blend?
Let's do it. You're all set up.
So our next blend, we have two different things that we're going to be doing.
Okay.
So this one is called the Christmas Tree Aroma Spray. So many times we like that Christmas smell, but maybe we don't have a Christmas tree in the house.
Right.
Or maybe we have a fake Christmas tree.
Yes.
And this is something that you can spray on your tree, or you can spray in the room. It's a great room spray. You can spray it on your linens. And it has a wonderful Christmassy, outdoorsy, woodsy needle aroma.
Yes.
Conifer aroma.
Conifer aroma.
So these are fun to make too. And what we do is we're using eucalyptus hydrosol, which is very air cleansing, especially if anybody has a cold or a flu going on. We're using a 2-ounce spray bottle. We're using Norway pine, white pine, larch, and black spruce, combining all of these
beautiful.
into our hydrosol in the bottle, but so that these connect with the hydrosol, essential oils and water don't blend together.
Right.
The essential oil will sit on the top, and so you'll spray it. You'll get the hydrosol, but you won't get the essential oils in your spray. You can shake it and get a little bit in that way. But the soluble is what keeps it bound together. It solubilizes it together, the water and the essential oils. And then you still shake it and then spray it, and it stays. I'll show you.
Well, and let me say too that when I saw soluble work in blends way back when I first started out in this whole world of essential oil blending, that is when I realized how many preservatives and other additives are in store-bought ingredients. Even if you have the cleanest beauty product ever that you go and buy from the shelf, even if it's clean beauty, advertises clean beauty, it has preservatives. It does have other things to make it stable to be on a shelf and in a store. And so when you're working with such natural, organic products, this is why when you make small batch products in your own home, they're so much healthier for you. It's like going and buying a fresh basket of apples versus frozen apples or applesauce. That's the difference in the freshness and the vitality and those beautiful benefits you're getting from each one of these qualities or products is because you're making them fresh from these ingredients, whereas any store-bought clean beauty product is going to have other stuff in it that isn't necessarily bad for your skin. It isn't bad for you, but why not be as natural and organic as possible? It just makes everything better.
And soluble is just made up of a lot of different ingredients. You can read them on the shop site.
Yep.
For sure, to see what is in here to help solubilize. Now, there are other things that you can do. So if you're using this, as a cleaning spray, you can, instead of using soluble, you can use a little bit of Castile soap. That will help to solubilize the oils.
And so that just means bind everything together. Some folks are not sure what soluble is.
Soluble,
Yes.
It's a dispersant.
There you
It
go.
disperses the essential oils into the water.
Otherwise, you just shake it up every time, which is fine and what we do all the time too. And that's one option. But if you use the soluble, it's just going to help that along.
If you're using it for a room spray only and not on yourself, sometimes I'll put 25% of a high alcohol content like Everclear or anything over 150, just 25% of the blend, so 1/4 of the bottle. And that also works as a solubilizer, but I don't use the alcohol on my skin. It's way too harsh. It will dry it out.
And of course, a lot of folks these days, which is great, it's a great trend, are just going as alcohol-free as possible. And so there's other alternatives to Everclear, which you can't get in every state, but you can get in Kentucky.
So I'm going to show you how to do this, and I'm going to put the oils in so you can see what the oils do. Now we don't touch the sprayer
because bacteria will grow. If I were to touch that or sneeze on it and then put it back into the container, it could bloom or grow faster, way faster, like within a week or two versus a year or more.
Sneeze on it or touch it. So you can put that back in there. Now I'm going to add the essential oils before I add the solubilizer, the dispersant, so you can see what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So 10 drops of Norway pine.
All right. Oh, I love Norway pine. And it is this time of year where I really fall in love with the conifers all over again. Every season has its top hits, it seems. You know, you want different summer oils or spring cleaning oils. And the winter season is just such a nice time to embrace the conifers. Every time of the year is, but specifically this time of year.
Of course, you can substitute any of the conifers in this. If you want to use pinyon pine instead, or if you wanted to use balsam fir or white fir.
Yes. Sitka spruce.
10 drops of our white fir. And if you get a few more drops in here, I don't worry about it because it's our room spray. Mm-hmm. It's not going on our person. And then 10 drops of our larch.
And larch is another word for tamarack tree. So if it's a deciduous evergreen and its needles turn yellow in the fall, and if you haven't seen a tamarack or larch in person, it is beautiful.
10 drops of black spruce. Now notice I've left plenty of room here to add my soluble before I fill it with my hydrosol. Now, I don't know if you can see. I'm going to see if I can, maybe we can hold this here. You can see at the top of this are all of the essential oils.
It smells so good.
Might be a little hard to see, but there's a little line at the top where they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so it just makes sense when you put your sprayer in.
Yeah.
You're getting from down here, not up here.
Yes.
We can shake it, and it will last for a second or so. Now, for every drop of essential oil, we add 4 drops of soluble. So for this particular one, it will be 8 mils of our soluble. You want to give it a good shake before you use soluble. And anytime I use aloe vera gel or any kind of a hydrosol or water, we always use the dispersant, so you'll be glad to have this on your shelf.
There you go.
So we're going to do 8 mils. And it will change the color when I put this in. And you can see I don't know if you can see it, but the little droplets start going all around and they start dispersing into the water so that it becomes like one unit. And I'm going to do 3 more mils because this is only a 5 miller.
And it's especially nice to use soluble when you are blending and making gifts. Honestly, I skip this step all the time when it's just myself because I just give it a quick shake. I know that I need to do that, and I just spray it around, and it's just more of the quick and dirty way to blend. But this is something that it's extra nice to do when you're blending for others because then they don't have to shake it every time.
I'm going to put just a little more of the eucalyptus hydrosol in, and then I'll give it a good shake.
That sounds good.
There we go.
Do we need to trim that down?
And you don't need to trim that down.
Okay.
It just kind of curls up at the bottom.
Perfect.
Okay, that. Put that lid back on.
There we go.
I'm kind of a messy blender.
And soluble, to confirm, doesn't really have an aroma, so it doesn't affect the aroma of your blend.
And then you just spray it. Like that.
You want to spray it up? Smells so good.
Isn't that amazing?
It smells so good.
Amazing blend.
Yes.
Well, we have one more giveaway.
It literally smells like a Christmas tree. So that's pretty awesome. We do have one more giveaway, and then we're going to close out. We're going to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving and rest of your holiday weekend. And again, we are so grateful for each and every one of you. And we hope you enjoy shopping our biggest sale of the year. And it's something that we consider just a gift to all of our very favorite customers, which is you. And we, again, are so excited to provide some great discounts so you can stock up for the year, or for holiday gifts or for whatever you might want to do. So we are going to be doing our fourth giveaway, which is everything to make our all foaming. I'm going to find it here.
It's kind of up.
It's kind of up. Okay, right here.
Foaming peppermint and eucalyptus soap. Now, foaming hand soap. It just wouldn't be right to have a holiday without a foaming hand soap.
I know, right? So let's look at my computer. And this is the ingredients and supplies to make this foaming peppermint and eucalyptus soap. And it has eucalyptus globulus in this recipe lineup, peppermint essential oil, castile soap, and jojoba, all in a foaming PET container.
Foamer bottle.
Foamer bottle's the word I really needed.
So in this recipe, this is the kit that we're giving away. We're giving away this whole kit.
Yes, so we're not going to blend it. We're giving this kit away to our final lucky winner.
When you put your castile soap in, you don't have to put the jojoba in, but the jojoba makes it a little bit more skin moisturizing, and the castile on its own would work just fine. But I love putting the jojoba in. So what you do is you fill your bottle up with some castile soap.
Yes.
You put your jojoba in, and then you drop in your eucalyptus globulus and your peppermint essential oils. These are 5 ml bottles. And you have the most fantastic, you can't wait to wash your hands.
You really can't.
It just foams out.
It's so much nicer than other, it's decadent. It has such a nice velvety texture, and your hands feel so clean and moisturized after you're done using a foaming hand soap. It's just wonderful. So this is our giveaway that we're doing, and we would love to know the first person that pops into your mind, the next person that you want to make a gift for. After this presentation, we've demonstrated some recipes. We have this guide for you. Who is the first person that comes to mind? And you can also, if you don't want to say their full name, you can make up a pseudonym. We won't know. But someone that comes to mind that you want to make something for this holiday season, some kind of DIY aromatherapy product, just pop the name of that person into our chat, or you can make up a name and you know who you mean in your mind. But just let us know who comes first to mind, someone you want to make something for this holiday season. That is how you enter this particular giveaway. And myself definitely counts.
Yes, myself counts. A lot of moms, a lot of daughters, a lot of friends.
Yes.
A lot of really happy people coming up.
A lot of really happy people coming up. I know, it's so fun. And one thing that over at our at the Aromahead Institute, we have a teacher training program, and that program is all about how to put together either an hour-long workshop or a 2-hour, all the way up to a full weekend or a 3-day workshop. And all of these recipes would be so fun to do. You can take one of these recipes, and that could be your holiday gift to your circle of friends or family. You could say, hey, we're going to go and we're going to come together, and everyone is going to just come to my house where everyone is going to make a foaming hand soap. We're going to have fun doing this, and that could be your gift to whoever you want. It's also a great thing. You could host a workshop, and you could charge for it. You could charge, hey, $25 ticket to come and learn about how to make a foaming hand soap. It's a great way to create a little extra income during the holiday season too. It's just a fun way to get together. I've done that before, and it's just so much fun.
Just so you know, this is a PET plastic foaming hand soap, and sometimes it always will kind of clog in the foamer area. So every week, as part of my cleaning routine, I take a bobby pin, or I take a toothpick or a chopstick, and I'll put it in there and just clean this out, and then it works really well.
Do you want to know? Can I admit something to you?
What?
I've started making foaming hand soaps with just Castile and not a carrier. And I still will make them with a carrier. But if I just do with the Castile, I don't have to do that as often.
Really?
I know.
That's a good tip.
It is a good tip. And sometimes it bugs me when it clumps up like that. So I've started using either a lot less, and it's not even that annoying. It's not.
Well,
it's not at all. I just sometimes go with just the Castile and oils, specifically our Mountain Bandits. I do Castile and Mountain Bandits, done, and it's so quick and easy.
So quick and easy.
Yes.
And that's a good way to use a lot of the blends that we have, the pure essential oil blends that are pre-blended. If you don't want to buy 5 oils, you just want to buy 1 bottle. Look at the pre-blends. They're in the roller bottles, or they're in a a 10 ml, I believe,
Yes.
bottle. This is a 5 ml, so it's twice as much of pure essential oil blend. Now this also comes in a smaller size. I think it's almost a 2 ounce, like a 1.75 ounce, and it also comes, we have a glass foamer bottle as well.
We do, and that's what I have. I have the glass foamers, but again, we have the advantage of just going shopping right outside.
If it's if you're having this in your shower, for instance, or if kids are using it, I like the pet ones because they're not breakable as the glass ones are.
Which, kids.
Okay,
They'll
you have
find
a
a
lot
way.
of people. By the
They'll
way, I
find
wanted
a
to say
way.
happy birthday to Lisa.
Happy birthday, Lisa.
She had a birthday today, so
There
we
we
want to
go.
wish you happy birthday.
All right, so thank you. The way to enter this final giveaway is to let us know who is the first person that comes to mind that you want to blend for, and then the winner we're about to randomly select, Devin's going to do that for us, is going to win this entire kit to make this particular foaming peppermint and eucalyptus soap, and we will be shipping this off to you very shortly.
All right, drum roll.
Okay, today's winner is Helene Edwards.
Helene Edwards,
She's making her
congratulations.
gift for her friend Jasmine, who was there before her when her husband passed away.
That's so sweet. So Helene, what's Helene's last name again?
Helene Edwards.
Helene Edwards is our winner, and her friend Jasmine was really there for her when her husband passed away, and that is so, so sweet. I know, and that's something that all of us think about so often during this time of year is, we all are missing people who aren't here with us. And so it can be a bittersweet time. So we're sending so much love through the camera into your home.
See, it's also her birthday today.
It's also your birthday.
It's also your birthday, Helene. That is awesome. Happy birthday. So we're very excited to send your birthday present to you. That is so awesome.
Well, Lisa, if you're still here, are you still here? Say yes if you're still here. If Lisa is still here, let's see. Might have had to have gone, but if Lisa is still here, let's see.
Do you remember which Lisa?
Lisa's birthday today.
Oh, okay. Well, while we're waiting for Lisa to pop in, we just, again, want to say that this has been so much fun spending this time with you. We hope that you have... Oh, Lisa's still here?
Lisa, so we're also sending you, because it's your birthday, one of the little peppermint and lavender, or was it lavender?
It was peppermint, tea tree, and
lavender.
There you go.
Dream peppermint cream. So you'll be expecting that. So email us at team@aromatics.com with your shipping.
So Lisa and Helene, please email us, team@aromatics.com, your full name and your address so we can send this off to you. And again, we just wish you the best holiday season ever. Even if it is bittersweet, we just hope you're able to find moments of joy and happiness throughout the time. I know that there's been different times in my life where the holidays have just felt harder than other times. And if you're experiencing one of those times, we just want to know how much we care about you and how much you mean to us, and that we're right here with you.
We are.
Yes.
Beautiful.
All right, well, we did it.
We did it.
Please.
You did it.
You did it. Our whole team did it. A huge thank you to the folks who are behind the camera running everything, to Jaren and Devin.
So Lisa, it's Lisa Prost. It's Lisa Prost's birthday today. So that's the one that we are looking at.
Well, we're definitely going to send Lisa Chan a gift too, because we said your name and we can't take that away.
Lisa Chan.
Lisa Chan, you are also
and
getting that.
Lisa Prost. Thank you for popping that in, Lisa.
Yes, so Lisa Chan, please email us too, both of you, and a happy birthday to Lisa Prost.
Yes. We got it. We got it right.
Yes.
It's all squared away.
But let us know your email addresses, both Lisa, or not email addresses, but physical addresses, both Lisas.
All right.
Lisa's like, this was a great session. Now time to shop. Yes, go have fun shopping.
Go have fun.
We can't wait to see what you're going to buy. We're excited, and our entire workshop team is out there pulling orders and putting them in boxes and shipping them out. So,
And we're going to be shopping in just a moment.
yes, we will.
So,
Yes.
all right.
All right,
Join me
everyone.
out there.
Yep. Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. See you next time.